joined now by Julianne, another member of the church here at Destiny Christian Church. Hi, Julianne.
Hi.
Today, you chose to come to church in person. You could have watched online. You could have been to the outside services that they have here, but you chose to come and be here in person. Why is that?
It is vitally important to congregate. The Bible is very, very clear and explicit that fellowship and encouragement of believers is just a basic entity of what believers do. And that, coupled with our First Amendment right, ensures that we can and should gather.
Now, you told me a couple of things before we started. You're a mom of five, and you said you're a constitutionalist.
An originalist.
An originalist even, which is even better.
Yes.
Most people don't identify themselves that way in casual conversation. Why is that so important to you?
It's really important. I'm an American historian and devoted to what I believe is sacred scripture in the U.S. Constitution. And an originalist simply means that we look at context and intent and what the framers meant and why they wrote it in the way that they did. So the Enlightenment was raging, and they realized that there are some basic principles that were given to us by God that cannot be taken away, and the First Amendment is the bedrock of who we are as a democratic republic.
So you like Clarence Thomas better than Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Oh, just slightly.
Just to be clear on that.
I'm actually a huge Antonin Scalia fan.
Yeah, I love Scalia. He was my favorite. It's sad to see that he passed.
Absolutely.
Let's put that in the context of where we are right now. As someone who adores the Constitution and has that framework looking at the current situation going on in California, how's this state doing?
Well, this is my native state. I was born and raised here. I will never be leaving. We are warriors who do not flee, and we will stay and fight. It is not easy, as you well know and probably have heard, to be a conservative Christian in the state of California. Yes. However, we are on the cusp of a third great awakening, and I refer to history a lot because it's vitally important. The first great awakening took place in the 1620s. 200 years later, you had the second great awakening, much larger, much more impactful and influential, in the 1820s. And look at where we are today, 2020. California is ripe, and she's ready. And we will start the third great awakening, and it will be a tidal wave that goes all the way to D.C.
What do you think would be a proper application of constitutional thought when it deals with coronavirus, COVID, and how to keep people safe but also keep their freedoms intact?
Absolutely. So I think that as Christians, I know that what I saw unfold nationwide was Christians are very empathetic and compassionate and actually very obedient. So we all shut down, we all hunkered down and did as we were told. The problem is that it just got elongated, right? No end in sight. We were craving what we know as believers as congregation and fellowship, which is imperative. But then what you saw after June was the riots and protests that were erupting nationwide. All of a sudden, the First Amendment meant something for them, but as believers, it didn't mean anything for us. So the First Amendment must mean something for everyone, not just a select group of people.
Very good. Anything else you'd like to share before I let you go?
I would just implore not only Christians, but anyone who is maybe concerned about this country right now, read the U.S. Constitution, and if you don't want to read the whole thing, read the First Amendment. It is the bedrock. It is, I have a copy of it in my purse. I carry it with me. It's tattered and torn, but it really does mean something. And if we don't have the First Amendment, like I said, we have nothing. We have to fight for it for everyone. All believers.
And we have free copies of the Constitution that we like to share with people. If you'd like one, just drop by firstliberty.org and you can download or purchase. Well, how do I say that? You can go by our website and get one. We'll send it to you free of charge. It's our gift to you. Julianne, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Great
Thank you so
chatting with
much. Okay.